Sorry, guys. I was feeling like we were getting
Sniped.
stream sniped, so had to shut it down.
You think he was, huh? And then
Yeah.
he snap called you.
Yeah. Then he snap called. So yeah, I think there's a decent chance. I mean, Caster, is so much a veteran that I don't think that he really needs to hit the time bank on a lot of those calls. I think that he's just kind of. I think that there's a better than average chance that he was going for a little stream snipe. So Caster, if you're here, GG, bro, GG, and guys, we're gonna be right back. We're at 36K. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back.
Hello, everyone. I was saying amazing things like if you guys are just joining the stream, you guys should follow the stream by clicking the heart below or clicking the heart above. Whatever heart you pick, it's going to be the right heart for you. No, it doesn't cost you a thing, and it notifies you when we're on. And we also don't forget to follow Dutch on his Twitch. It's at Dutch Boyd, and you can follow me, and mine's at First. I post funny things. He posts interesting things. It's posting. Anyway, so yeah, would love to have you follow. We'll follow back too if you'd like. Good night, Flatfish. Night. Good looking gutter snipe. Welcome to Nevada Poker.
Let's fire out 1700 here.
They canceled. They canceled. Oh, they must have canceled the $10 one.
Yeah, looks like they did. Only had 7 people sign up.
Really? Wow.
I do kind of feel like they shouldn't be canceling guaranteed tournaments. I agree with you on that one. Okay, so Wolf 51.
Yeah, you might have.
I'm going to go ahead and make the fold against Wolf here.
Yeah, I think you should just delay it longer.
I agree with you on that, Mr. Gambler. Yeah, we'll up the delay the next. We'll up the delay tomorrow. It's 200 seconds right now. We should probably make it more like 240 seconds.
300 seconds is probably fine. It's better safe than sorry than to slam the stream off.
Yeah, I don't like slamming the stream off, but I mean it's an
important
tournament.
When we talk
2100 up top.
We can just turn it off.
And there's just no way that I'm gonna risk one of the tough regs just.
Well, it's really weird because as soon as you turn off the
ELC.
stream, he called.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's not that weird. Not that weird. He was making the call. He knew he was gonna make the call.
But whatever. We don't really know.
We don't know.
So if he was, whatever. It's hard to prove somebody doing it, and it's like a tool for them as well. If you give a person an opportunity to take advantage of a situation, they're gonna do it. That's just human nature. So you have no one to blame, Dutch, but yourself. Let's see. And my stream is broken. Gosh darn it.
So I'm making a 3x here against Leona with the pocket 4s.
And I really have to get my turbo back. Because Nightbot has turbo. How does Nightbot have turbo?
We'll see what Leona does.
How come Nightbot has turbo and I don't have turbo?
Well, now we hope that Leona actually had a big hand. Firing out that C-bet with whatever we had. But we ended up crushing the flop. Ended up crushing it.
Well, you're getting your chips back. That's good.
Okay, doing the same thing here against BC McLaw. Making it 1,600. We'll go ahead and make it 4,800 here. Slade Fire, thank you very much for following the stream, clicking on that little heart button. Really do appreciate that.
Yeah, the delay isn't that long, Dutch, because I feel like it's pretty quick. Because when I look over, sometimes the hand that I just looked at is right on.
Michelle,
so.
I know. It's 200-second delay.
I told you so. No, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Okay.
Sounded like it was the right time to say it.
Okay, and a Queen Jack 6 board here. BC McLaughlin clicking on that call. I think we're going to go ahead and keep on firing. I guess we hope that we're up against a King Queen or a King Jack, Ace Jack, somewhere there. Oh, we're up against a Queen fucking 10. Nice hand there, BC McClaw. What a horrible turn card for us.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was really sucky. So we had him the whole way. We got a lot in on the pre-flopping on the flop, and then the turn comes, he gets his 3-outer. That sucked. Let's switch over to that 2K now. This is our last shot at glory.
And then we retired from
44,000 in
poker
chips.
forever.
Yep.
Then we never play poker again. No.
1,000 up top. Gosh, I feel like throwing up all over the mic right now.
Hey, Jake. Jake says hello. Don't throw up on Jake, please. He's here just joining the stream.
Hello, Jake.
Put on a smile face. No, I'm just Okay, where are you at here? Where are you at? You have 44,000. That's good. And there are 34 people left. And how many places? 20 places. 20 places pay. There you go. If you want to be my
Making the
lover.
fold here with ace-6 offsuit under the gun.
Slag of Thor still has a lot of chips there, huh?
Yeah, quite a few.
Oh, and I guess the fish person is gone now. I didn't see how they went out.
Slagathor is in second place right now.
Wow. Got the Filipino power. So Monster Yoda forgot to tell us that his biggest cash game of the year is playing a ring game on Tuesday. Ran $200 to $1,600 in about 2 hours. Wow.
Nice job, man.
Ran super hot for 20 hands, pocket aces twice and kings twice. Wow, that is really good.
Making a surgeon's hourly rate right there. Nice
That's
job.
right.
$800 an hour.
He's been learning a lot.
Pretty damn good, man.
Luck.
Pretty damn good.
Oh.
So it's going to be a call if Z-Man or Invasion 1 makes a raise. I don't really feel like 3-betting one of these guys, but we're definitely seeing a flop. The only way we don't is if Broke Rounder makes a 3-bet. Okay. Pretty good flop for Jack 9, and it's going to be a check raise if Invasion 1 decides to c-bet. Instead, Invasion 1 checks back. I don't think he does that with the 10. I think he does that a lot with hands like King, Queen, King, Jack. So let's go ahead and fire out the half pot size bet. I'm going to go ahead and assume we're ahead here. We hit our 2 pair here, so we fire out another half pot size bet and hope we're up against a King, Jack. Got Kid Shogun in the stream. Great to see you.
Bring back the bandana. Says LA Sauce. Come on, guys. Let's get some positive emotes. Some fist bumps. Let's get some fist bumps and some ships and some wonderful.
Exmo acting like cheerleader here.
Well,
thank you very much.
Yay! Let's fist bump it.
It's hard to stay positive in poker sometimes. It really is. You know, when things are going so well, you're the chip leader in a tournament, and everything's going well, and then you just get crushed by like 2 or 3 hands that just don't go your way. It's frustrating. And, you know, at times like this, I just have to take a deep breath and remember that the reason I am playing this tournament is not, you know, because I'm you know, trying to, you know, pay rent with final table money. It's for the stream, and the stream's going well. We got a lot of cool people here. We're chilling out on a Thursday night, and it's just I just hate losing, you guys. I hate losing. It hurts so bad. It doesn't get better either, guys. It's not like you ever get used to that feeling. It gets worse. It gets worse.
It's so funny. You hate poker a lot, but you love poker as well. It's really a love-hate game. It really is. I mean, I've heard Dutch over and over complain how much he hates it, but when he's doing good, he says it. I love poker.
Yeah, when you win a tournament,
so
or you when you're running well,
so
there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
Yes, play your A game, Dutch, not your C game.
Thank you very much for that advice.
Don't forget to flush.
And
some advice for everyone.
kind of useless advice there, to tell you the truth.
No, but don't forgetting to flush is very
Play
good too. Nope, don't touch.
Okay.
He's giving you advice on not to forget to flush as well. He's just.
Well, that is better advice.
That is good advice, you know.
So Jack 8-5, pretty good flop. I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the same amount. We get the call from Slagathora. King of Diamonds on the turn. Shouldn't really change much. Slagathora has been in here with all sorts of hands.
That's probably Joy, dude.
So I'm going to go ahead and fire out a half pot size bet here. I think we get called with so much.
What do you have here?
Jack 10.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Eight on the river. Might have just fucked us. Jeez. Okay, guys, we're making the call, hoping that we're up against like a 6-7 or something other than an 8. I think it's very likely we're up against an 8. But Slagathor could have anything here. So.
Ugh.
And yes, indeed, he does have anything. He has ace 5, and we get
Wow.
111,000 for
That
making
was
the call.
Good call. Wow, that was really great. It's happy. Thank you guys for all the emote love. I don't
puts us
see
2
on
out
the
of 32.
thing. That's good. Finally, see, you're really good at them short stacks, Dutch. See, I told you.
She told me.
I told
guys.
you.
She told me.
I just like saying I told you so.
Gosh, it's so tempting. Anytime someone open limps like that, it's so tempting to fire out a raise.
Oh, here's the emotes. Look at these positive emotes I get from everybody. Yay! Let's go. Aw. How do you get?
Anonymous says, "How do you get over your tilt?"
Take
It
a break.
just goes away after a while. It wears off.
You win a hand.
I don't really know. I can't say that like I do anything. It just goes away and you forget about it.
Well, no, I think
I don't feel tilted anymore.
I think self-talk. I think self-talk has a lot to do with it as well.
Wow,
like,
did you see that XYZ Pilgrim open limp in there with the pocket queens?
but you gotta like talk. It's like almost talking yourself off of the ledge. You have to talk yourself out of like the poor thinking.
Lots of open limps from XYZ Pilgrim, and we just saw him open limp pretty strong. Pretty strong.
Feel better, Dutch.
Gosh, I love those emoticons. You guys are the best. See, you guys are the best. Thank you guys very much. Let's fire out 4,100 into Slagathora, who is feeling like the drowning stack. I got to tell you, I don't expect Slagathora ever not to see a flop here after losing a huge chunk of his stack on that last hand. So we got a 10-7-6, you're dumb, 57.
That's the Nick, guys.
Right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire out a half pot size bet and see if we can get through both of them. If not, we've got the gut shot straight. We've got some overcards.
Oh, nice bet. Oh, Slagathorus is gonna
Slagathora.
Spew. Well, it's Slagathor is now like tilting and
Drowning stack, man. It's like we say.
Oh,
Don't attack a drowning
8-10.
stack.
That's good. 8-10. It had somebody. I don't know what you had though, but he had
Queen
something.
9. I had some outs.
He showed you to show you that something. That's
Citizen
good.
3
That's
asking, I've been reading your book. Thank you for reading the book, by the way, Citizen 3. He's and guys, if you don't know what he's talking about, he's talking about Poker Tilt. Spent a lot of time writing this book, and we gave it away free to subscribers. So if you feel like subscribing to the stream and supporting what we're doing here, you get some free stuff, including
and the book's
Poker
good,
Tilt.
guys. The book's good.
It got good reviews. So Citizen 3 says, I've been reading your book, so thank you for that, Citizen 3. Do they still have prop players in casinos like you were back in the day? That's a good question, Citizen 3. They have them in some places, but for the most part,
Not in Vegas.
they didn't really need them once Moneymaker came along. You know, the reason they had prop players is because, you know, for a 24-hour club, a lot of times at 2 or 3 in the morning, there wouldn't be any games going. And it's really hard to keep a game. It's really hard to start a game if a game's not going. You know, if you don't have a game that's going that you can put players on the list, people will come into the club, especially if you're close to another club, like down the street or 5 miles away. People will come in, see that there's nothing going on, and they'll just go to the other club. So ever since Moneymaker and the poker boom back in 2003, a lot of those prop positions have really dried up. They're pretty few and far between. What you see now is dealer positions where the dealers can prop games. That's what you see a lot. You see, you'll see, dealers being able to get paid their dealer rate, which usually isn't that big, while they're playing. But for the most part, you just don't see a lot of straight props anymore. You will see sometimes you'll see hosts, but that's a slightly different position where it's more their role to actually fill a game, to call their friends and call people they know and have people come in and play the game. So hosting a game is a little bit different than propping a game. Propping really is just we want to keep a game going through the night. And usually now, since the poker boom, the card rooms don't really have an issue with that like they used to back when I started 2001, 2002. Those jobs were good while they lasted. I'll tell you that, Citizen 3. They were good while they lasted. You'd end up, after taxes, walking away with about $1,000 a week, plus whatever you could win at the tables.
So back to the hand that you had there, the big pot that you just won against Slegosaurus, escape into art. It says Dutch Poet on that hand you just doubled up on the Jack 10.
Yep.
If he would have re-raised you on the flop or turn, would you have changed your decision on calling his bluff?
I don't think so. Escape into art.
That's a good question.
I had pretty much made up my mind that Slag. I mean, if you've been watching how Slagathor has been playing, he's really been he's really been open limping with all sorts of crap. He knocked out Mathematics just earlier in the tournament with open limping under the gun with 9-4 suited. So he's all over the place with his open limps. So when he open limped and we fired out an isolation bet, we were kind of hoping that he would just completely miss and give up. But if we hit a jack or a 10 there, we're not going to just auto put him on better. And when we fired out a bet on the flop, if he were to have check raised us, maybe, but probably not. I think that we're probably going with it, especially in the state that we were in. After going from chip leader in the $30 tournament to out, I'm not really in a folding mood, so I don't think we were going anywhere. I don't think escape into art that Slagathor could have taken a different line and gotten us off the hand. Okay, making the fold here against Broke Rounder. And this is going to be kind of interesting because Slagathora, he's been open limping pretty wide, but his raising range hasn't been that wide. We'll see if he decides to make the fold here. I think there's a decent chance Broke Rounder does not. think there's a decent, or it does not get through. Yeah, look at that. So Slagathor making the call. XYZ Pilgrim making the overcall. And it looks like XYZ Pilgrim is going to bust both of these players. Slagathor was definitely up against the worst of it with 8s versus 9s. Broke Rounder sitting there with a coin flip and a lot of money, a lot of dead money on the side. So. Okay, so now we got Mike City open limping. We've got a hand like ace-10 off suit. You know what? I don't really need to isolate here. I'm just going to go ahead and make the call. At least we get to play with... so Jack 2-2. It's just going to be a check fold, you guys. And now we hit an ace. We're checking again. And
28 people left. Oh wow. Only 8.
We're gonna like take over the poker world.
Now we hope to get a crying call from a jack.
Well, that was a quick call there. Abor Gold 88 just.
Did both of these guys call us without an ace? Really? No. Mike City had the ace. So,
Okay.
the only way that we're really winning the whole pot there is if another jack or a 10 comes. Erdem must have been crying call.
And we got a sub.
Calling with a king 6 there. So Arbor Gold 88.
Sounds
Just
like a pretty
subscribe to the
color.
stream. Welcome to the crew. Arbor Gold, thank you so much. Big fist bump to you. Really
like an
appreciate
apple.
you supporting the stream and being here. You get some stuff, by the way, for subscribing to the stream. For the price of a coffee, not only do you keep us going, and believe me, it matters. It really matters. It's very easy for people to think, it's only $4.99. What difference does it make? It makes a huge difference. And I can't tell you how much I appreciated Arbor Gold. We're going to go ahead and send you over a couple fist bump patches. We're also going to go ahead and send you that DRM-free digital download link to my book, Poker Tilt, which gets invisible against the green screen there, but you get the idea. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here. Yeah, so ace is up. The way prop money works, or the way those prop positions would work, is you would get your rake back plus an hourly rate, and you'd be playing with your own money and keep what you won and lose what you lose. So if you were beating the games, it was just like icing on the cake. You get your rake back and you get an hourly rate, and it was awesome. And sadly, those positions are pretty much all gone. But one thing is, one of the big reasons you even play poker for a living is so you don't have to worry about clocking into a job and actually having a boss. And on some level, being a prop player kind of takes away from that. And to be honest, if I'm going to be honest with you guys and be honest with myself, the money probably isn't any better propping than it is dealing. That's the truth of it. And dealing is a lot less stress. You're never losing. You're never booking a negative session. Yeah. So.
And you get to meet people dealing.
Plus, there's
Cool people.
Plus when you're dealing, there's a corporate ladder you can climb. You can become a floorman. You can become a shift supervisor and a card room operator, and eventually work your way all the way up to the brass ring. So, between propping and dealing, you're probably better off dealing, to tell you the truth. If I'm going to be honest with myself. Well, that's a pretty good hand. Pocket jacks. Making the raise, 4,900. I would love for Dobie or Mike City to make a light shove with pocket 10s or pocket 9s. Knock yo ho. in the small blind makes the call. How about you, XYZ Pilgrim? Also makes the call. The flop comes out 6-5-5, which should be a good flop for pocket jacks. It's not the best flop, but yeah, we're still ahead. Plus, there's a lot of there's a lot of hands that Knock-Yo-Ho can have here
Knock-Yo-Ho.
where we're just loving it. You know, tens and nines and eights.
Knock-Yo-Ho.
We're loving all those hands.
Knock-Yo-Ho.
So let's fire out a little raise here. We'll see what Knock-Yo-Ho does. Am I worried about a 5? Yeah. You know, if you're wondering to yourself, Dutch, aren't you worried about Knock-Yo-Ho having a 5 here? Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. I'm a little bit worried. But I think it's a lot more likely that Knock-Yo-Ho has maybe nothing. Maybe some sort of like 7-9, 8-9 type hand. Maybe like a 6-7 type hand. Maybe a smaller pocket pair that's an overpair on that flop. Or like 3s or 2s. And I just don't really, you know, I think that certain hands that we're ahead of, like 10s or 9s or 8s, pocket 7s, are going to not mind getting it all in there on that flop, or make the call there and stack off to us by the river if the spade doesn't come. There's going to be a lot of situations where hands that will stack off to us if we make that raise won't stack off to us if we call and a chill card comes on the turn. So that's why we're making the raise there. I don't really know what Knock-Yo-Ho got made the fold with, but my guess actually is Knock-Yo-Ho was actually just on a stone cold bluff with overcards. I don't even think he had a pocket pair. I think that he probably was sitting there with like a king 10 and decided, you know what, I'm going to represent a hand. Because I think 9s or 8s or 7s or 10s, or even 3s, 2s or 4s, ace 6, those types of hands, any sort of flush draw, I don't think is making the fold on the flop there. I think a lot of times we're going to be able to get the call on the flop, and on the turn he'll check to us, and then we'll see what we do.
Dutchy, you are 25th now. Or no, I'm
Nope.
sorry. There's 25th players
third.
now. He's third. Yes, I'm sorry. That was a bit my bad. And there's 25 players left. It pays at 20. You're creeping up to that money, Bubbles. And Tim Clark asks, how did they keep track of the rate you get back?
They estimated it. You'd clock in every day and clock out every day, and they would estimate how much money you put down the rake hole.
I don't want to be buried in a pit.
Wow. And Mike City, why does he do this to me? Why does he make me want to just pot size bet this? We're 3 out of 25. I'm just going to go ahead and make the call, I guess, but it's so tempting to fire out a pot size bet. I mean, I've got absolutely nothing, but at the same time, it's just like, we know what Mike City is open limping with a lot of the times. He's open limping with those weak, ace rags, open limping with court cards and suited connectors, and maybe not suited connectors, smaller pocket pairs. He's just asking me to squeeze him out. XYZ Pilgrim firing out 2 times the pot, and I say, good hand, sir. Good hand. Fired out 2 times the pot with top 2 pair. Where do you get some value out of that? And that's a fun flop. Dobie 88 with 51,000 chips. We've got that flush draw. He fires out a 4,200 in there. I guess we fire out a raise. and making the call. Fucking brutal. So his king high flush against our queen high flush. It's not what we're looking for.
Okay.
We're looking to have all sorts of outs instead of 6 outs.
Oh.
Lame. Okay, let's go ahead and make the fold here with 10-6 off.
Okay, guys, we need those positive emotes. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Oh, you're still in it, Dutchie. What's the, how many players are left? There are still 25 players left. Oh, I guess it doesn't do that. I thought it was going to add it.
So now we're in the middle of the pack again, guys. Look at the XYZ Pilgrim. Firing out 2,800 on that board. Okay, 8 of diamonds. Well, King Jack suited. It's going to be a raise from us. Okay, so we pick up the blinds and antes. That's good. That's good news.
Did you put slow mode? Did you put?
I did, yeah.
Why?
Well, because I'm looking up and it's just like
I can see
too
it.
many
I'm
messages.
catching up with it.
Keep in mind, subs aren't affected by slow mode,
Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay.
and slow mode just means that you have to wait like 10 seconds between.
Oh, so
between
you don't
messages.
keep going. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should just
I am
always
a
have
sub.
slow mode on.
I am a sub, so I don't really.
It's not necessarily because of Thug Life,
Right.
but Thug Life reminded me that
We have that
we
thing.
need to have slow mode on.
So Dutch.
Because when I'm trying to like keep track of chat and stuff, it's just like, okay, let's
So-
go ahead and pot size this. It's just too tempting. Mike City, it's too tempting. I can't just let you keep on open limping with these raggedy aces. So King 8-10. Pretty good pot, a pretty good flop actually for a King 2. So we flopped that top pair, and we have the flush draw.
Good show. Good show. Hey, C-Mac has a story about how he was a dealer in a 10-5-0 at a home hold at a game at a country club. There were no white chips, so every hand was at least a red bird tip. There was at least a red bird
Oh,
tip.
that's pretty sick, C-Mac.
I never heard of that. A red bird.
So a red bird is slang for a $5 chip.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out, but I never heard of it. The only problem was that I was dealing to 10 millionaires. 5 of them were drunk, so it was a tightrope to walk and keep the game running smoothly and not pissing off the drunks. I eventually got fired. Yeah, 'cause
Sounds like a great.
I can see that. Yeah, people
Sounds
are-
like a great gig.
Oh, look, all the emotes came and you had some good energy, Dutchie.
Welp. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, the fact that Mike City is pretty much open limping with any ace makes me think that we're not ahead here. Let's try it, though. Brutal. So he does
wow.
call us with those kings.
So he just likes to limp with everything, huh?
I guess so.
So he's just like an any limper buddy. Do you know what they should have, like canes? Like walking
Put him on a
cane.
king. I put him on a king of hearts. I didn't put him on two
Two
kings. Kind of felt like we were looking at like a king jack or a king queen with a flush draw, and I was like, okay, you know what? We can get him to fold king high.
Brutal Dutch.
So 10 big blinds now, a little bit easier of a stack to play. What do we got? 20 paying, 51 for 20th. 4 people away from
Oh
the
my
bubble.
gosh. 4 people away in the bubble. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, so scare bear.
Excellent.
I have a whole bunch of bubbles
June is the prettiest. That's funny.
in all of the land. She's sleeping in a cubbyhole. She's sleeping in a little cubbyhole in there. And she's still. Are you okay, little angel? Lot of lovers. Oh, are you sleepies? Are you sleepies?
So Jim C0722 says, Vanessa Selps talked briefly about poker theory on Somerville's stream the other day. Let's hope your speech lecture can compete in quality with the things she had to say. That's putting the bar pretty high there, Jim. I don't know what she said. But I'll put my speech lecture against anybody. Anyway, Vanessa's an awesome player. You're done making the min raise, or your invasion making the min raise. You're done making the 3-bet. Invasion deciding not this hand. Making another min raise pretty quick. And with slightly less than 10 big blinds, we're not really looking for a 3-bet shove. We're looking for just an open shove. Unfortunately. Invasion making the C-bet there. Z-Man saying no thank you. 8-9 off. It's not going to be a shove. It's going to be a fold. Gotta love these slow increases. Look at that. Look at that. 1,400 to 1,500, 2,800 to 3,000. Such a small blind increase. And we just get a dream hand in the big blind. Look at that, pocket queens. Pocket queens, feeling good. And Mike City, man, open limping with some monsters here. And he gets there on the river.
Ugh.
So that's going to be it, guys. Queens against Ace King. Mike City open limping. I hate those open limps. I hate them.
Happens.
But we actually ended up with a super strong hand against an equally strong hand. So 22 out of 153. That is going to do it for us, guys. We're going to be here every day this weekend, putting up some big numbers. Join us tomorrow. The spring championship is in full throttle. Tomorrow, what are we playing? It looks like there is a 5K, $30 rebuy and add-on Super Turbo. Huh. Super Turbo. So we'll probably be jumping on at about somewhere around 6 or 7. Make sure to click on that follow button to get notified when we go live. It's a little heart button right underneath XML, right above me if you're on mobile. It doesn't cost you anything to follow, and definitely helps us get those numbers up. If it's worth your time, it's probably worth a follow. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, which is probably a decent chance that you are, it's not live for you. Come on over to twitch.tv and see what all the fuss is about. It's really cool over here. Live streaming, live poker action. You get to see the ups and the downs as they happen. You get to ask the questions. You get to make the comments. You got to tell me, why, Dutch? Why would you make that? Why? Because it felt like the right move at the time. You know, that's all you can do in poker. At its heart, poker is a tactical game of you trying to make the right decision when you're faced with it. And you have 3 options usually. You know, you can fold, you can call, you can raise. And then if you raise, you have all sorts of bet sizing. But when it comes down to it, you're just trying to make the right moves at the right time. And you can talk about how, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. In the end, we did what we did, and we're living with it. And that means 0 for 3 tonight, which kind of sucks. But put ourselves in a situation to get really deep, a few times. Got a little unlucky at some spots. Got, made some moves that didn't work out in some others. And here we are, saying goodnight to you. If you're still on the grind, good luck. And thanks for joining us. Hope to see you tomorrow and this weekend. You want to say goodbye, XML?
Goodbye.